Welcome to Caraíbe. Ashay here, and today's episode is gonna be about landscaping and some other stuff, trying to grow our population and to get the city to look more beautiful, as I said in the last episode. As you can see here, we added some lightings to the bridge so we can look way better when you come in your car from over here, and we even added some lighting to the fountain that we have in here, trying to improve the appeal of everything in the park and all the assets that we are bringing to the city to look even better. And we're gonna be doing that to this side. We're gonna be adjusting some of those paths and even adding some stuff, because our park already has the 3-star mark. We are now able to charge people with 30, I don't know what to call it, dollars for getting through the park. That's gonna help us to make even more money. Now let's use the ultimate Eyecandy mode to bring the daylight, and let's start with the things that we're gonna be doing here. The first thing that we're gonna be doing is adding some places of interest for our citizens. I think that they will love to get near the food area. They will love to get some places where they could sit down and enjoy their food. So we're going to be using the asset that we have already unlocked in level 3, that are those gazebos, to provide them with places where they can sit down and maybe enjoy their food or celebrate someone's birthday, things like that. We're gonna be adding those to this area too. This mod right here is called Bob. This one is made for replacing some of the stuff that we have in an asset. If you don't like most of the time we're gonna be wanting to change the trees, maybe for someone that has a little bit of color and stuff, like this one or this, maybe some more appealing. This is going to be a very nice mod. It's called Bob the Tree and Plug Replacer. We just have to check out which one is our. I like to put some flowers in here. Let's type flowers. We're gonna see the ones that are named like that. Maybe we can find bush. We can see which one is more appealing for us. I'm gonna be changing it to one that brings a little bit of color. That's what I want. You can, before using the Bob mod, you can use the picker. Check out the name of the plant that you like this Pacific. I don't know how to pronounce that, but you can, now that you know the name, you can come to here, touch the bush, type Pacific, and you can use the same. Now you put use the appliance change button, and that's gonna change it for all of the gazebos of this type. Let's find another one. You can see that it's been changed. Now I want to change this one to the same. We type that, and it's already changed. Now the park, the gazebos, we're gonna match the appeal of this area of the park, that is almost the same appeal in everywhere, and we're gonna be using that a lot. So now let's bring some other stuff to the park to make it look better, and we're gonna see you in a few moments. One thing that I almost forgot to do is to check out how is our grid doing. We can see that we are struggling for power. Let's build another power station. You can put it like this over here, and now our electricity problems are gonna be done. But the one thing that we want to do right before we dig into the landscaping and those stuff is to plan the next area. We're going to be buying this square over here to do that, because that's what's the city going to be growing by today. And now we want to plan the next step. I think that we can do something that looks beautiful over here. So we're going to look for maybe this one here could look good, or maybe this one with the trees in the middle. We're gonna look for something like that, and we're gonna bring it. It's gonna be like the main road for this residential area right here. Now we're gonna use our picker, and we're gonna draw this road, trying to match this one over here. Going to put some guidelines over here, and with our network multi-tools, I'm gonna try to list all the mods right in the video, because I don't know why the Steam Workshop doesn't let me to create my collection of assets. That's something weird, because almost everybody builds their collection and the Steam Workshop allows, but I don't know why I am not able. I'm gonna put a small video about what's happening to me and the screen that shows up, and if you know the issue, if you know the solution, you can put it in the comments, and I'll try to fix that and create a collection of my mods that I use, so you can use the same mods and assets that I do if you want to recreate the same city that I'm doing right now. And I'm going to do the same. We're really liking the way this type of grid looks. People is also liking it because they are moving to the grid in here. So we're gonna do the same over here in this area, so people can keep moving on to this and living like this. We're maybe going to be extending this area through here until the beach, until we get to the beach, and do the same type of residential area, because I like how it looks. Maybe we can extend the park to come through here. This is a big space, so we can work with something special over here maybe later. Right now we just want to finish this area up and to bring more people to the city. That's our main goal. So right now I'm gonna be building. We reached to Boomtown. That's good. Let's see. We have unlocked airport areas, and I think that by the next episode we're gonna be digging into that. We have unlocked some new roads. They're gonna be very helpful, and we're gonna be working with that soon. Right now you can see that most of the people are using this as a collector. They are coming through this highway. This is gonna be very busy. Something we want to do is to turn off the unnecessary traffic lights that we have. Let's clean up these trees over here. Let's continue. I don't know if we're gonna be using this space over here. I want to stay far away from that because this is oil, and even though that I don't want to be putting some oil over here so near to these people, maybe we can extend this later, or maybe we can do something else more different in this area. Right now I just want them to go through here and through here to be the same type of residential. We're gonna extend our district, as I said, until we get to the beach. It's gonna be a very big residential area, but that's how it is. In some places maybe we can put a different type of district. This side, maybe this part was Grandland Park Stage 1, and this one here is going to be the same one but Stage 2. I don't know if in the US or any place they used to call their residential like this. Stage 1, Stage 2, Garland Park, Stage 2. Garland Park, Stage 2. This is very used in the Dominican Republic. That's why I'm glad using this type of name in here. Now this area here, after this street, is gonna be called the same. It's gonna be both heights. It's gonna be, oh, we didn't copy. Garland Park Stage 3. This one, Garland Park Stage 2. We have reached to level 4 in our park. That's mainly because we have a lot of entertainment value brought by the gazebos. That's good news. We're gonna be digging into that later. Unpause the game, let this grow. Everybody's gonna start moving on, and let's focus in the landscaping over here. Before digging into this area here, that's gonna be way easier because we're gonna be doing almost the same that we're doing here. Let's somewhat finish this area here. I want to use the forest brush a bit more. We most of the time use it to erase the trees, but now we're gonna use it to place the trees. So what we want to do, we want to toggle this and see what type of trees we want to be adding to the area over here. Maybe I don't want to look the same like in this path over here, because if we do that, this path will lose like its attraction. So we want to use maybe some that look like somewhat a forest, like what this says is a forest brush. Now we're gonna be painting it. Oh, like close it. We're gonna be painting this with some trees, giving a little bit of separation from the main area, from the main path, sorry. So it looks like, yeah, we built a park in the middle of a forest. It will look very natural, because sometimes when you're building a park in a populated area and you have this somewhat very natural forest, you want to build around it. You leave almost everything as natural as it was when you went to there, just adding a few details and stuff so people can start using it. But in the meantime, you're gonna be letting this as natural as you can. Okay, right now we're gonna see if we have achieved something. Like always, we're gonna use the first person camera with somebody that is walking through the park. This moment we want to cover the most part of the park. Let's see if this guy is going into the park. Yes, he is. So let's see how everything looks from his perspective. And actually it's looking quite good. It's looking very natural. We have the tip that adds the other trees that we added to the path, but we still are looking to that beautiful path with all the trees that we added in the first part that we made. Then we had those palms that look very cool. Well, I think that I'm very pleased with what we achieved over here. So we're gonna bring the same approach to this area over here. Yeah, and I think that this is gonna be giving us a very deep feel to all the parks that we are working on right now. As we can see, yes, people walk through the park. The park looks very good, very natural. And that's what we want to do. I'm not very good at landscaping, but I love how natural things look. But right now I'm very pleased with what we have right now. We already have it to level 4 and it's making us a lot of money. Some people maybe don't realize how this means. This means that if you let the game run a little bit, you can get to hundreds and hundreds. Right now we are at 114,000 bank balance, and that's what we want to see. That allows us to work very fluidly and very smooth with the game without having to worry about, oh, we don't have enough money to build that and this. And that's something very appreciated when you're playing this game. Right now we're gonna have to focus in improving this area over here. We now can see that we have a lot of car parked in the side, even though that this doesn't represent much to this area here. This area is quite red. This area is begging for parking lots, and we need to improve that. Even we have car parked in this area here where we don't want them to be parked, so we're gonna use our traffic manager to remove people from parking where we don't want them to be. So you can see even in here they are parked, so we're gonna tell them that they cannot park in there, and we're gonna build a parking lot in here. We're gonna use our big parking lot assets that we have. These are my favorites because they work very nice. They are very modular. You can go as big as you want. The trick here is that you want to build your roads 3 units in multiples of 3 units. Right now we are on 21 in this side, and then you want to go in multiples maybe of 7. You're gonna know why in a moment. In here we want to have 5 units in the middle to work with, and we want to have multiples of 3 units in this way, because when we build the fillers that are over here, we need to leave a gap of 1 unit in between so we can build the parking lots. And if you build in multiples of 3, you can, without having to correct anything, to fill the whole parking lot and leave a space for your parking space. Now we want to go to the ones that are marked with big. I'm using right now 2 parking lot mods, the big and the parking lot mods that are the classic ones. Once I can make a collection, I'm gonna be listing all these mods. By now I'm gonna be trying to list it in the description of the video so you can get easy access to that. Right now you're gonna see why I wanted this to be 5 units, because when you have to go through anarchy, you get the right space for this one that says per 5. Have the right space, and you don't have to do much with that. You only have to place it. If you had more than that, you're gonna have to come with the per 5 and then with the single ones to fill the other spaces. That's the easy way of doing this. Right now we're gonna be, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be destroying some of these commercials because we need to get access to the parking lot. We're gonna provide them with a place to come back over here. Now we have most use of this area here. You have to remember that in order to get use of the parking lots that you build, you have to go through the menu, go to options, then go to traffic manager. This is always hard for me to find because I don't want to use more mods than what I have. Go to traffic manager, then go to gameplay, enable advanced vehicle AI. This is gonna make the game to make the cars to maybe drive more intelligent. And in here you're gonna have to enable parking AI. If you don't do that, people are gonna be parking like randomly, only sometimes. Most of the time they're just going to go to the place that they want to go. They're gonna get out of their car and their car is going to disappear. if you enable more realistic parking, people are gonna like to find a place to park. And when you see in the traffic map, you see this red building, is that they don't have enough parking lots. They are struggling to get parking lots, as we see right here. This is going to be bringing us some level of difficulty to the game, but nobody said that we wanted the game to be easy. We want the game to be challenging. That's why you can see that I download a lot of parking roads and stuff like that, because I'm getting ready to get to this challenge. One thing that you don't want to do is to draw your parking lot road, the border, like this. If the sidewalk is next to where you're gonna be parking, it's gonna do something like glitchy in here. Let's see, so you can realize what I'm saying. Oh, I missed the filler. When you place the filler, it's gonna be something like this, and you don't want this. The way you fix that, you pick the road, then you change the direction of the road. You just have to place it that the sidewalks are in the outside. Then you can go to the filler, place it like normal, and you're not gonna have any problem with that. Going to be filling these parking lots as we did in the previous one, as easy as that. And we're gonna provide these people with an entrance, with few entrances, so they can use this parking. We can even use this gap in here. We can convert this into a filler in here, like this, and we can place some more parking lots in between the main road and the parking lot. Let's see if we have a decent result. Right now you see that we have a little glitch in here or something like that, but for fixing that we only have to go to the side roads and convert this into side roads, this one into fillers, or maybe side roads. Yes, this one will work and will look fine. And now we have a very nice and big parking lot for everybody that comes here in their car to be able to park. We can even grow this into here. We have a very nice commercial demand, and we can do something fine in here. Let me build this and I'm gonna be back in a moment, that we don't cause too many traffic issues with all of these entrances in here to this small shopping area we have already built. One thing that you have to work with this parking lots road is that we have to do all the lighting and maybe landscaping, because when you get to the nighttime, let's put it, this is gonna turn into all darkness, and that's one thing that is not realistic. So if you go to a mall or a shopping center that the parking lots are that dark, you're not gonna be wanting to buy anything in there. So we're gonna put some lights, maybe some of the light that come with in the parks. So this is going to be nice. This is the avenue. But before, we want to plug some planters. Let's take out the only vanillas. These planters will help with the appeal of this park, because this parking lot is for a commercial center or something like that. It's not for a regular parking that you have in any place. Let's put at least a tree and some decoration. Maybe we can continue with the appeal of everything with the coconuts, or maybe this one that looks somewhat different. Why isn't it's not allowing me to place it in here? I don't know what's happening here, but I'm gonna get to it easily by placing it, then moving it with the Move It mod. I'm not used to the new cropping tree anarchy. I don't really know how this works. Let's go to flowers. Let's see what we can get. This will show also the props that came with that name. Let's undo this, and now we have something. Now let's go to light and see what we can get now. To do this part of the process, we maybe want to go to nighttime, so we can see in the dark how the light will really look. Okay. Now what we want to do is to use the Move It mod and copy everything that we have in here. We can go to props and trees, maybe decal. Let's see if we can pick everything I think that we did, and let's start placing it. Let's see. Okay, great. Now we're gonna see how the parking lot start to take form. And here it is. This is how the parking lot will look like. Very light. I'm really happy how this turned out. Let's go to the daytime once again. We have already done what we need. And let's see what's the issue with this. Not enough educated workers. We're gonna be working with that soon. Now, other thing that we want to do is to build a high school. We're gonna be building it right here, or maybe here, because we don't maybe want to mess with the grid. Now I'm going to be placing some stuff that I think that no, this is not the high school, sorry, this is the one, but we're gonna be using this one, the one that comes with the park life the park light DLC. I think that this looks great. I'm gonna be building this over here, and now let's see what we can put with that so we can get a better look to the area here. We can build something around that, maybe some parks, some sports. What are there? Yes, we can build maybe this one. This one would look very nice and clever with that. Let's put first a road. Let's stick to the guideline. I want to put it all. Stick to that. Can do it like this, and then we can place the in the middle. Next, with the move it mod, we can place it exactly where we want. We want it to be aligned with the high school, like this. I think it's maybe too close to this. We can work with a path in between those. Let's put it a little bit closer. Great. Now we want to get the same trees in the high school that we have in, what is this called? Let's see, in the track and field. But before we do that, I'm seeing that we have a way big demand for residential, so we want to continue building this grid. So let me build the grid, and we're gonna be back with the high school. Is something that we can work with. In the meantime, people is moving into the city, which is good. We can work with something else over here in a moment. And as we can see, everything everything is burned out, even though our park is doing excellent right now. I don't know, people, maybe was everything catching fire and everybody was walking like normal over here. This will happen often when you have a lot of trees together and people going through the same spot. Let me see if I already have something that can help. The one thing that can help with that is this fire watchtower with this fire helicopter depot, and we need to get surprisingly to the goal of 4,800 people in the city, and this one has to go through 17,000. no, 7,000 people in the city. So for us to, even though that we have great fighter coverage over here, we end up with the same fire. Well, I really wanted to show you something really nice and appealing by the end of the episode, but as you can see, everything was burned down, and that's what we have. That's what we got. By now, this is our episode. I hope that you have a very nice time, that you learned something good by doing this landscaping stuff and everything. I hope you enjoy the video. Don't forget to subscribe, to hit the notification button, to like the video, to share it with friends, and let me know anything that you know better that I know in the comments down below. So see you later. I hope you enjoy. Bye.